ho, ho, ho. Welcome in. We've got a very special episode this week. As you can see, it's holiday themed. I've got my fucking polar bear shirt on. I've got my eggnog. I've got a whole bunch of these beautiful cookies that my smoking hot wife decorated. Shout out Wes. And I've got the Sacco trophy. That's right. We're doing a Sacco preview this week. I've got my usual co-host, Justin, along with our two Sacco finalists, Nathan and Brian. Justin, let's start with you since I tried to not invite you this week before I found out you were my co-host.
So hang on. I think we got to address your wife's name first.
Emily?
Why you said, like, thanks for these cookies that my smoking hot wife made. Thanks, Wes.
Oh, that was a callback to his speech at John's wedding.
Okay. Well, I thought Emily was going through something that you were.
I thought that the very intro was actually a callback to your wife.
No, my wife did make my eggnog and make my cookie and get my hat from the closet for me. So shout out Emily for supporting me in this podcast production. All right,
that's
Justin.
An inside joke that I don't get, nor anyone in the audience will get. So thank you for clarifying after the fact.
We'll see. We'll see. Like, comment, and subscribe if you got that joke. All right, Justin, how you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you? Thank you for extending me the invite after I requested it. I really appreciate that.
I'm glad you asked how I'm doing because I've never been happier. The league is incredible right now. It's Christmas time. We've got some awesome storylines. Taylor, I'm sorry you can't be here. I love that you did the Angry Bama game this week. That's incredible. You deserve to be here more than these losers, but nobody wants to hear us suck our own dick, so we get these guys instead. Sorry, Taylor.
Oh, man.
Hey, speaking of Taylor, I have a joke for him. What does Pink Floyd and Dale Earnhardt have in common? He's a NASCAR guy. Well, both their last big hit was The Wall.
Oh,
pretty good. That's better than the joke Nathan told on here last time.
Hey, appreciate that. Hey, before we get started, I want to make sure that the audience knows at any point in time there could be a nuclear emergency and I have to leave. I'm on call right now. That's why I'm not drinking, so I have to stay sober in case I'm needed at the plant. So if you see me get up and leave, that's what's going on. Continue.
Yep.
All
Nathan
right,
is sober.
Speaking of Nathan, I have another joke. There's a lot of bad things about a pedophile, but they at least drive slow around schools.
The wind up was definitely the joke. I love that. That's a good one.
Yeah, where's the Nathan connection? Because he's a pedophile.
Sorry. Oh my bad.
Yeah.
There was no connection to Nathan.
Because he's an elf. I don't know.
I like the emojis. I wonder if those are going to come through on the video.
Probably.
All right, Nathan. Other than that, how you doing?
Doing great. Really great. I'm a master of business now. I'm
double jacket.
Let's
congrats
for that.
Thank you. I'll unlike any of you, I am a master of the business world. So if there's anything y'all need business wise, please contact me. You're my friend, so I will help you.
Wow, what a generous offer from our friend Nathan O'Connor.
Yeah.
Good to see you using that business degree at the nuclear plant.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough in the nuclear plant. Might need to do something else. I don't know. The world is open and wide, so we'll see.
Something in Orlando, perhaps.
Selling those nuclear secrets to the Saudis or something with your new business degree.
Hey, let's not joke about that.
Yeah, that's insider trading. You can't talk about that.
Yeah. Everything's censored on YouTube, so they're gonna pick up on keywords and come knocking.
Well, I think most of these videos have less than 10 views, which means the whole league's not even watching. So I think we're okay for now.
Okay, so we're safe. That's good.
All right, Brian, and how are you doing? I know you told a joke, but we didn't hear about the man behind the joke.
I'm doing good. I drove down from Atlanta to Orlando over the weekend. I also either had the flu or food poisoning when that did. So I've never vomited in a gas station toilet before. I've never vomited on the side of the road before. I've never vomited at Publix before. It was a long drive. It was a really long drive. And every one of those vomits was accompanied by like pretty nasty diarrhea. So just like your story a couple weeks ago, Herman, I was there. I was there. Well, not as bad, but mine were a little more controlled. But
made it in the toilet every time.
Yeah, in the toilet every time. But a 7-hour drive was like 9 hours because there was a lot of stopping. But I'm here, I'm recovered, and I'm just happy to be around you guys.
Glad you could make it. This is your flu game. All right, guys. So I talked about how awesome the league is. Part of that is also Justin's contribution. He did what Nathan was supposed to do, and Rank Choice voted our Sacco choices. And so we've got that to reveal to everyone here. Do we want to do that first, or do we want to preview what I've been calling the Brancheau Bowl?
It's up to you, Commish.
All right, let's do the Sacco reveal first, and then we'll talk to these guys at the end.
Okay, so quick reminder. By the way, this all only took, 24 hours, call it. It was a pretty quick and easy process to pull all this together. So just to remind everyone what the choices were, there was Sacco Caddy at the inaugural TCAN Golf Club Invitational. I had that suggestion from 2 different people, actually, so I just combined them into one big Sacco Caddy option. There's Drink Malort. You get a week to drink a 5th of Malort. There's the U.S. Open. You have to participate in a qualifier for U.S. Open golf or tennis. NFL Combine, do all the combine tests. I think that one was a Samson suggestion. And I asked him if he wanted to include the drug test and the Wonderlic as well, and he said no. So just the physical stuff on that one. Trump tan, Sacco must get an egregious spray tan for the next draft and to show up at the airport or the draft with the tan. Calendar Sacco, 18-week Sacco calendar, 1 photo per page. Yellow raincoat. That was an Andy last-minute thing. He was really struggling there. Purchase a bright yellow raincoat and wear it exclusively when it rains. Beer Mile, the 999, and then the very detailed Sacco paddle that Benda submitted. And so, without further ado, it was actually a pretty even split on some of the punishments. There wasn't really one that dominated. In fact, only one of them got more than 3 votes at any of the ranked positions. And that was the yellow raincoat getting 5 votes for 7th place. So very weird. I don't know how that happened. But the top 4 are...
Whoa. Let's start at the bottom and go all the way up.
Oh, I mean, there's not like a way to say which one's last and 9th and all that. Like, it's pretty evenly distributed.
You pretty clearly know the number.
All right. Let me wing it here.
I told you guys this is a very complicated.
It's really not. I just didn't highlight them.
Advanced mathematics.
Coming in last place is Drink Malort. Coming in, it was either you didn't want to do it and that was last choice, or it was your 2nd, 3rd, or 4th. But it was the one that had the most.
Wait, was 1 the one you wanted least, and 10 you wanted most? Or
so in the survey, I very clearly said first choice equals want to see Sacco do. 10th choice does not want to see Sacco do, or it's a dumb idea.
But I have a 50-50 shot of being the Sacco, so I may have reversed order.
Yeah, me too.
That's how you voted. That's how you voted. That's why we got to vote earlier in the year instead of right before the Sacco bracket. I could also just eliminate both of your votes if I wanted to, but I won't. I'll keep them all in. All right, so last place was
very clearly the opposite of everyone else.
I don't know. I didn't look at, I'd have to go back and look at it. I don't have their names tied to their choices. I kept it anonymous for secrecy.
I feel like Nathan did a better job when he did this last time.
All right, Justin,
he didn't do it last time. That's the problem. That's why we're here. 10th choice, Drink Malort. 9th choice, the Beer Mile. 8th, is
That was our two choices.
Calendar Sacco. 7th was the Yellow Raincoat.
Oh,
6th and 5th is a tie across a bunch of different ones. So pick your poison. It doesn't really matter. And then the 4th place one.
so this is the first option for the Sacco.
First option for the Sacco is the Trump Tan.
Oh God.
The 3rd place is the U.S. Open. And then we had a tie for first place. So if you go to like 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place voting, then 1B would be Sacco Paddle. And then the winner, or the 4th option, the one that was most voted, is the Sacco Caddy. So Sacco Caddy, U.S. Open, Trump Tan, or Sacco Paddle. Those are your 4 options.
What do you think, Callahan? What are you thinking?
Those are legitimately the 4 that I wanted to do the least.
Perfect.
So I don't know. I don't remember what the caddy one was, but it just seemed complicated.
You want me to read it?
Yes, if you could.
Yeah. Sacco must caddy for the TCAN Gold Club champion at the inaugural TCAN Golf Club Invitational. Sacco must don the traditional master-style caddy outfit and carry or drive clubs, as well as sponsor refreshments. During play, a caddy will mark balls on greens and provide other general caddy services. TCAN Golf Club Invitational dates and participants TBD. So not that bad. You just got to get a master's thing and then be a caddy for a round.
I think everybody just wanted to play golf.
I think so.
Okay. I could do that one. When I read it initially, I thought I had to like organize the whole thing and like set people up or whatever.
No, so Taylor submitted that one and he just wanted a caddy. And then Herman also submitted one saying he wants to play as a big group with everyone. So I just combined them all into be a caddy for the winner in a big group.
Nice. Okay. That's probably the one I'm going to pick because if I'm Sacco, because I'm not doing the tan. Like the US Open one just seems like
those entry fees are like 20. I looked that up. They're very expensive. They cost like $2,500 to enter the tournament.
You also have to be a plus 1.4 handicap to be eligible.
I thought it was tennis.
Golf or tennis.
Oh.
So if you do the golf one, you have to be a plus handicap. I don't know how the tennis one works.
Yeah. And then the third one that I'm not thinking of right now.
Paddle.
I like that one. That one would just be fucking expensive. And it had a lot of qualifications on it that like that would take a year or two to do. That would take the whole year to do.
So I mean, I think that's the point of a punishment, right? Is that it's not easy. So suck it up, loser.
Yeah, mine wasn't cheap. I mean, I had to get 10 photos printed and buy picture frames and mail them.
Yeah. Nathan, what are some of your thoughts? Where are you going towards?
Well, my thoughts don't matter because I'm not going to be second.
You really think
but
so?
if you know, but the asteroid hits Earth and I am, then I would actually like the paddle. I like that idea. I think that we could agree as a league to modify a couple of those things, like the in order thing. I think we can maybe modify that. If we can agree upon a couple alterations, I might go that route. The caddy's the easiest. Trump's the most embarrassing. So
yeah, somebody submitted a motion to change the wording on the paddle thing, but Bendo rejected it. He texted me specifically to say I reject all motions to change it. So
okay. We'll see.
But it's not really up to me at this point.
I'm not even gonna have to worry about it. So point is moot.
Really? It seems like you put a lot of thought into it, like you are worried about it.
I just came up with that stuff. But it's exciting. I spent a lot of time thinking about how to do this and how to reveal it, and I actually had a lot prepared. But Fletty stepped up to the plate and kind of stole my thunder there. So okay.
Did you have the same results?
Excuse me?
You said you had a lot prepared. Did you have the same results as Justin?
I can't hear you. You're breaking up.
Put it in the chat so that he knows what
Yeah,
you said.
put it in the chat. I can hear.
Oh, you heard me just fine. You got the rankings?
All right, that's a good segue since Nathan said he was not going to be Sacco. He really tried hard last week by starting, at least one player ruled out before the game? Maybe two? Yeah, two players. So without further ado, let's get to the Brancheau Bowl talk. I've got what we're all playing for right here in front of us. Looking at this thing, all four of us, we're no strangers to this. Every one of our names is on here, so we're a bunch of losers.
Some less than
I'm the
others,
current
though.
Sacco, and one of you three will be the next Sacco.
One of you three. One of you two. Yeah.
You were in the Sacco bracket, so you're not immune.
Should have never been. I was tied for 5th and 6th.
Yeah, the number 3 team all year should have never been in the Sacco bracket.
Exactly.
All right, is everybody on board with Brancheau Bowl? Do y'all have a better name?
I was thinking the Brancheau Brawl.
Brancheau Brawl.
Or the Brancheau Slap Bite.
I like the alliteration, personally.
Oh, okay.
Wait, is there a slap fight wager on this match?
Ooh, Nathan, what wager are we gonna put on this match?
Let's do the classic Nathan Floody bet, where
Into the drinks one.
it's the difference in our final points. The loser owes the winner. Also, that divided by 4 is the number of beers you must chug at the time of the transfer of the alcohol.
It's a double week one, so when the things, yeah, sure, I'm in.
All right.
How many points did you just put up this past week, Brian?
I got that.
Like 140.
Yeah, let's go through the numbers, because when I last checked, they're actually pretty close. This is going to be a close match. I don't like calling it a brawl, because you're both pretty pitiful, and that kind of makes it sound like it's gonna be a fight.
Slap fight.
Yeah, it needs to be like a I don't know, what's a B word? All I can think of is like porn terms. Bukkake, Blumpkin. That.
I like Bukkake, the Brancheau Bukkake session.
Oh, Nathan's made some lineup changes. He's projected over 100 now.
Oh boy.
Yeah, if we were going to do two studs and a putt, I was going to give myself the putt for my performance, not just this past couple of weeks, but all season. It's really, I've been distracted. I've got so many excuses, It's just me out in this world, trying to learn, trying to romance out, traveling to Florida, up north, across the world has really opened my eyes. It's been a transformative experience. I'm sure you've all liked my LinkedIn posts. So this has not been the forefront of my mind, and that's on me. I take the blame on that. I'm taking the hit. It won't happen again. So I'm back in the game. NBA's behind me. Football's back #1.
Well, what about love? You said you were taking a detour for romance too.
Oh yeah. So I got a quote I'd like to share with everyone. This is by Albert Einstein. He founded the theory of relativity. He said, "Put your hand on a hot stove for a minute, and it seems like an hour. Sit with a pretty girl for an hour, and it seems like a minute." That is relativity.
Profound.
That's the end of my report.
Hey, I got. Speaking of Albert Einstein, I got a joke. What do you call a hand job from Albert Einstein? It's a stroke of genius.
It's good.
Brian with the jokes. These are great. All right, I do have your number from last week. Brian, do you know what you scored last week?
I think it was like 140 to 147.
127. Over 2 weeks.
That's
2
bad.
weeks.
That's bad.
I will say you probably had more injury problems that week than anybody else has had all season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you were out, and Gino played Monday night, and you just didn't care because it didn't matter.
I mean, what are you gonna do? Drop Gino and pick up Drew Lock?
Yeah. And then I had the 30 burger on the defense in week 2, which is like I haven't seen a net 30 difference on defense in a while.
Because you had JT out, Pacheco out, Madison out.
Yeah, essentially all my running
Ford
backs
out.
were out. It was pretty rough. So yeah, that was pathetic. But I'm coming back with a vengeance.
Yeah.
My team right now has everyone playing, right? By Thursday and Sunday and Monday, right? About half of them are going to say they're not playing, but right now it looks competitive.
I do love that the app actually says like championship, last place matchup now. ESPN stepped it up. All right, Justin, what's your prediction? Which of these guys is taking home the trophy? Are we going to see a worst to first, first to worst flip?
Well, I wouldn't go that far because I don't want you to get first. And I think the entire league is behind me when we say that. Never has there ever been a villain as strong as Herman in the championship match, other than every other time he's in the championship match. So let's go Taylor, pulling for my big brother.
I was thinking about Sacco.
I know. Well, you said first to worst and worst to first, so you touched on both. So now I'm talking championship. So first off, Taylor probably texted me every 5 minutes during all of the slate of the NFL games because he was so nervous with his matchup in Bama. And he has nothing else to do because his baby just sleeps all the time. So he's very much watching and paying attention to every single thing that's going on right now. The most attentive Taylor we've ever had in the playoffs. As far as the bracket or the Sacco bracket goes, I don't see Brian pulling this one out. I got to give it to Nathan. Brian's team's just been shit all year.
Wait,
I don't think it's going to change.
Brian's going to be Sacco.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. What did I say for the Chargers game? Charge it. Cost it. No. Bet it. Cost.
Oh, yeah. Cash it.
Cash it. Cash it. Brian Sacco. Cash it.
Yeah, Justin texted me before that Chargers-Raiders game last week, like, Chargers +3, cash it. And they went out and lost, what, 70 to
63 to 21 or something. Maybe my worst bad beat of the year, but that's okay. Anyway, that's my prediction. What's yours?
I think we're going to have a flippy-floppy, a worst to first, first to worst. We're going to trade places. And I do agree with you. I'm the biggest villain of all time. It's hilarious. I no-showed the draft. I got gifted the greatest team of all time. I think I'm still starting like 6 or 7 of the players Juice drafted. Like I've had to do basically nothing. It's been incredible. And I've always wanted to draft out here in Colorado. The good thing is if I lose, if Juice loses, the runner-up is I love virgins. And I've always thought Taylor would take us to a wine tour draft. I don't know if he's actually going to do that. I've just been trying to put that out into the universe. But I'm really happy with either outcome, especially if Brian gets the Sacco.
I think it's tough because I don't think it's not going to be a wine draft. I think it'll be a lake draft. Babies might have a say in that one. And the Georgia Tech game in Ireland may dictate a lower cost, closer draft.
Show of hands, who's going to the Georgia Tech game? I think I am. Emily's cousin went to Florida State, and he's been talking about it for 2 years. But it
only shows one video. So it was Justin, Nathan, and Herman all raised their hand. I did not. So
thanks, Brian. We're working on
your video format doesn't play out on the multi-screen, Herman.
Brian, we'll be in England up until the Friday before the game. And then Saturday is the game.
Yeah, so some backstory. When he says we'll be in England, somehow Nathan is tagging along on my in-law vacation to England for a week. So I will be in that side of the world very close to the time. I just don't think I'm going to go to the game. I don't go to them when they're, 6,000 feet away from my house. I don't think I'm going to go to it when it's 6,000 miles away from my house. But I appreciate how Georgia Tech is coming back and making me and Floodie's bet a little more competitive than I thought I was going to.
Yeah, with that 4-star running back recruit signing, we moved up 7 spots in the rankings. We're now.
Well,
20.
when we sign them, don't they automatically change them from a 4-star to a 3-star because they're like a 4-star wouldn't go to Georgia Tech?
What did it do with our rankings, Floody?
So we had a recruiting ranking class of like 35th across all college football, and they jumped up with today's signing, not just the running back, but all of today's signing. We went up to 28.
Oh man, how many make it into the championship tournament?
12.
Well,
Oh man,
we just
missed the cut by like 1 or 2.
TCU made it last year.
Okay.
These rankings don't mean anything, Callahan. That's why I asked about it.
Performance on the field.
That's right. Well, that used to be the case.
Yeah.
I don't like
two of
when
you guys shit the bed in Saco.
It's gotten too negative. Let's bring it back to the positive holiday spirit. All right, guys. Do y'all have anything else? If not, I've had a lovely time. This is the happiest I've been on the season.
One thing. Speaking of the holidays, I got a joke for you. Why doesn't Santa have any kids?
Because his North Pole doesn't have any balls. I don't know.
Ooh, that's pretty good. No, he only comes down the chimney.
Okay.
Incredible. We'll leave you with that. Thanks everybody for joining. All these fellows were early tonight. They were as excited as I were. They already had the hats. I didn't even have to ask. The Christmas spirit's everywhere. Good luck to everyone this week. This is what we're playing for right here, fellas.
Happy holidays, all.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.